Hello, and welcome to another update video on ADA. I want to briefly start on the larger time frame so that everybody who's also new on the channel gets a good idea of what we're tracking here. We have now reached the support zone here relevant for the pullback that's currently unfolding as potentially a B wave. In the white scenario, that's a corrective pullback. In this case, a corrective pullback in a larger ABC structure to the upside. So yeah, it's all corrections up and down, not clearly impulsive, which makes this entire structure extremely fragile on the ADA chart. As you know, we talked about that extensively in previous updates that, yeah, we're just dealing with a very, very fragile structure here, given that triangles, we've been tracking a triangle here for a long time, triangles are non-directional, right? So they are patterns of indecision. So when we're tracking a sideways triangle, the market has not yet made up its mind in which way we want to go. We have a tendency, potentially higher, because of this series of higher highs and higher lows that we've seen. But then since December, well, this has been quite sad, right? What we've seen here so far. So we remain focused on higher prices as long as we're holding Fibonacci support, and that Fibonacci support zone that we're tracking there is located between 57 cents and 68.8 cents. You see that this zone has been tested already, especially here the 50% retracement level has now been tested. And that level is quite important because it's just like the first key level, but it was also based on the internal structure, which you will see in a minute on the smaller time frame, based on the internal structure that we were tracking there from this swing high on the 22nd of July. Well, it's been one of the relevant targets, basically the 100% Fibonacci extension target. So it is not unusual to see a reaction there. Okay, it's not a full upside reversal yet. It's not a full scale, upside reversal with a lot of volume. But, initial upside reactions are somewhat promising. So we'll take a look at that on the smaller time frame in a minute. What you can see here on the chart as well is that, well, we are focused on higher prices, yes, but it could very well, first of all, the zone is really what matters. So yes, we could go a little deeper into the zone. I'm not saying we've bottomed there yet. We've just reacted to the 50% retracement, which is an absolute key level, right? But we also have this yellow scenario, which is slightly different. In this scenario, that's our bearish count. We cannot rule that out, but it would require a break below support, followed by a break below 51 cents to confirm that further. So in the yellow scenario, we're also tracking basically a sideways move, but the breakout would then be to the downside. So we just need to understand that we're still in a range. There is within this range a support zone. It's naturally a weak support zone because we are, well, in a range. So it's not like we have 5 waves up anywhere and then a higher low and we go higher. Well, it is what we're watching for primarily, but still, I just want to make everybody understand that this is basically just a range, okay? And what I would like to see next from the bulls is a break above the yellow line. I think that would make the yellow scenario less likely. That would also involve a break above the July high at around 93, 94 cents. That's also where the trend line is coming in. And then the focus in this C wave to the upside would be on the blue zone between $1.25 and $1.80. And if we then even get another higher low and another higher high, like here in the white B wave, and then another extension to the upside, well, we might even see further extensions. I would not rely on it, but that can happen. Now, let us take a look also at the shorter time frame for ADA, and here you can see that the price reached that 100% extension level that I mentioned. You might ask, why is that important? Because, we're tracking a WXY structure to the downside and then an ABC structure internally. And the 100% extension was based on the internal corrective structure, simply an ideal target. And 69 cents plus 69 cents was also here our 50% retracement. So a couple of important levels overlapping there. And now it's basically just about watching for potential upside reactions. Gotta say, I like the structure of the move from the weekend low a little more than the structure that developed from the 30th of July low. This looks a little bit more like an impulse, but it's obviously tiny. It's very, very small. So I need to see further upside momentum develop from here. That could be then an indication that the C wave to the upside, which is up there somewhere, that this C wave to the upside has actually started. But this is tiny. We haven't even broken above the last swing high, for example. That would be the next objective for the bulls, to take the price above 79 cents, and then to take the price above 85 cents, and then this kind of 94-cent area that I mentioned in the beginning. So looking promising. I mean, it could certainly be something like this: wave 1 up, wave 2 down, 3, 4, 5. I'm definitely open to the idea, but you see, I would need to see all these 5 waves filled in before I really, I'd say, start to assume that really a low has formed. We can watch for it. I'm tracking it already because I do see that tendency on the Bitcoin chart, but I just want to manage expectations here. We would really need to see all these 5 waves filled in, or at least a break above that last high at 79 cents. Micro support for today to watch is currently between 69.5 cents and 71.9 cents. This is a zone that ideally holds if we now get a pullback. And that zone could be a jump off point for the next leg up. That's the update on ADA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.